Good morning. In this video, I want to again address the issue of Passover versus Easter and make it very clear what the issue is here again. If you go to Numbers 9 in chapter 10, you'll see here where the Moses brought up a case about some individuals who could not keep the day of the 14th, and they were told that because they couldn't keep the Passover day on the 14th of that on April, the first month, they were told to keep it on the second month. Here's chapter 9, verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying that if any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be on a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. Verse 11. The 14th day of the second month at even they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. So that's the Passover day. Again, the issue of Luke 22:1 and seeing the feast together as one, just defining it by the dominant feast day, which is the Passover day. It's a lot different than viewing it when that feast day is over and you're in another feast, which is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Had the Lord wanted us to think it was just Passover and interchangeable terms, He would not have used the now the days of unleavened bread. He was making a specific point. The Passover day was over, and that was no longer considered Passover. And so we have Joshua 5:10-11 talking about this. Numbers 33:3. Here's Numbers 9 talking about a Passover day that once it was over, a new feast would begin. And then you go back to Leviticus 23, where it says clearly that Passover is on the 14th, and the 15th begins the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And that's how the feast will arrange. The fact that they could be seen as one because they were so closely united, and that unleavened bread was cleaned out on the 14th does not negate the fact that once the 15th began, a new feast was beginning, and that feast could no longer be called Passover because the Passover had passed, and now it was called the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and therefore the terms would change. So, seen as they approached, they could be seen as one because the day hadn't passed. But once that day passed, once Passover passed on the 14th, it was now a new feast, and it had to be considered the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And the Passover could no longer be regarded, the feast could no longer be regarded as a Passover, but had to be regarded as another feast, which was the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And therefore, to use the word Passover in Acts 12:4 would be incorrect. Amen. Thank you.